Welcome back to iGaming. Today we're going to be talking about the Dangerous Experiments update, a new Generation Zero update which released today. Sorry I'm a little bit late to the party, I have unfortunately been at work all day. This update is potentially one of the biggest ones that we've seen this year, if not to date. It features a whole host of stuff, and what we're going to do for this first video is go over the patch notes. Later on today we'll have a little bit of a gameplay video showing you all of the new features that are in it. For now, we have just a random roll in the background, so enjoy that, let's have a look. Hello everyone, we're happy to bring you our latest update to Generation Zero Dangerous Experiments. This update will do precisely what it says, bring you new, dangerous, top-secret military plunders, as well as a whole lot more to make Osterton even better. Let's start with what we've all been talking about, the new experimental weapons. The Resistance has been really nifty this year, with both new weapons and tactical equipment, and to end the year on a high note, they've now managed to salvage 3 brand new top-secret experimental weapons for you to use. These weapons will have a chance to drop, as all other experimental ones, by beating rivals, Reapers, and completing base defense missions. But enough talk about the Resistance, let's take a look at what they've put together. The experimental 4.4 Magnus, the shrapnel gun. Shred your enemies to pieces with the experimental 4.4 Magnus. This cannon will blast straight through your enemies and materials to create a shotgun-like blast around your target, surprising any foe that might be behind its deadly shrapnel blast. Great for crowd control. And then we have the experimental KVM-89 thermal machine gun. It's getting hot in here. The KVM-89 just got an experimental alloy upgrade at low temperatures. The alloy has terrible performance, it is inaccurate and inefficient, but when the heat is on and the temperature rises, the barrel alloy performs exceptionally well, giving you extreme accuracy, efficiency, and damage. Be careful though, you do not want to overheat it. Now from what I've seen on the forums and my Discord, if you haven't joined that, link's in the description down below, definitely check it out if you're a fan of GZ. This does overheat a hell of a lot, but it is what it is. It's an experimental weapon, man. Things can go wrong. It's an experiment, right? Next up is the experimental that one, the artillery rifle. As you fire the bullet from the experimental, it is covered by a slow burning coating, slowing the bullet down a bit but completely changing the behaviour. The longer the bullet stays in motion before it hits something, the higher the energy buildup of the coated shell. At short ranges it will do minor damage, but as the travel of the bullet increases, so does the damage. A true Resistance fighter makes this weapon exceptionally lethal by hitting targets that are more than 100 meters away. Now those sound absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to get stuck in and use those bad boys. Very excited. And there is a slight change too. They have said originally that we would be getting these from the Reapers, but now it looks like we'll be able to get them from any old rivals as well as base defense. Pretty damn cool. Very excited about that. That is a million times more opportunities to actually get one of these weapons, so that is pretty damn good. Thomas, one of our game designers, has this to say about the new experimental weapons. We know that many of you appreciate realistic depictions of real-world firearms. We also acknowledge that many of you enjoy a moderate dose of sci-fi. Thus, we have decided to introduce more experimental weapons to the game. Top-secret military prototype weapons that balance in between realism and fiction. Make the most out of these weapons by leaning into their experimental nature. Conduct your own experiments in the field and figure out how to use them efficiently. If unsure where to start, read the weapon descriptions to get a better idea of how they function. Want to turn up the experimental up to 11? Try combining the weapons with experimental ammo and see what happens. These have been very interesting to develop, and we hope you have as much fun using them as we had making them. Now, experimental ammo with experimental weapons is just... We've seen this with the AG4 already. The AG4 is so OP, it is absolutely amazing. Whether that has changed, because there are a lot of fixes and performance improvements in this update, is yet to be seen. Next up is North Coast Collectibles. It's time to go on the hunt again. A new collectible set has been added in Osterton, bringing you 9 new war figurines and a strategic map to go with them. These collectibles are spread across the North Coast for you to find. If you know your way around Osterton well enough and manage to find them all, you'll be treated with a deeper understanding of what really happened as the Soviets came to Osterton, which is very, very cool. Now, Amanda has this to say about the collectibles. With Collectibles, we wanted to give you some more information about why the Soviets came to Osterton, what goals did they have here, and what hardships they met as they arrived. The narrative is focused on the experiences of different individuals among the Soviet forces. Through these soldiers' eyes, we have been able to give a new perspective on what's happening in Osterton and how it is to live in this dystopian war between machines. We hope you enjoyed the stories and the little figurines that come with them. Now, I'm very excited to see the little figurines. They look really, really cool. I like the work that's gone into them, and obviously, many of you that know me will know I love myself a good old collectible. So, over the next few days, we will be smashing out the Generation Zero content, and we will have locations for all of these. So stay tuned for that. Also tap the little notification bell. Select all notifications so you can stay up to date with Generation Zero through my channel and other survival games that we cover. Next up is the schematic tree. Crafting schematics will now be unlocked in an entirely new way. Previously, you found them hidden throughout the world. You can now unlock them with the schematics tree. 5 new paths allowing you to purchase schematics with their own currency of points. Each currency is earned by crafting items or completing specific gameplay. Additionally, the schematics previously could be found in the world. They are now new pickups that will give you schematic points and XP to help you jumpstart your progression. Don't worry if you've already picked them up in the world, it will be unlocked for you already. One of the pain points of crafting in the past has been unlocking the schematics, particularly for new players. Having only a small number of schematics unlocks stops them from taking full advantage of the system, and there was no clear path to unlock more. Now with the tree, unlocking schematics becomes much more straightforward and gives players more agency over which ones they want to unlock first. We just hope that this lets players craft what they want and, in turn, can play how they want by crafting ammos and consumables they most enjoy using. Our senior design system, that is from Matthew. Next up is crafting improvements. Along with the addition of the schematics tree, you can now craft 17 consumables that you couldn't craft before. Hell yeah, adrenaline sticks better be in there, to make it more intuitive for the player where they find materials to craft items. We've also made it so they can be found more predictably from logical sources. Wondering where these materials can be found, it's now explained in the description of the craftable item. Talking about recycling, you can now see ahead of time what recycling an item will actually give you back. And finally, you can now tag items used to craft to keep track of what you're looking for and see when you found the right thing. These several patches have all included improvements to the crafting, and this is the next piece of the puzzle. Crafting is more useful than before, giving you access to more items and making it easier to seek out resources where you need them. We do hope you enjoy these improvements and look forward to hearing what you think of it. And we also have something very, very big that everybody has been waiting for. And from what I have heard, these have actually worked really, really well. And there is a hell of a lot of, a lot to show for it, basically. You can see the differences, which is good. And that is the performance updates. There's not only new things in this game, but we've also taken a look at how the game performs and how we can improve that for you players. A short rundown of our gameplay programmer, sorry dude if I butchered your name there, but we've got memory optimization, an FPS boost, and streaming time improvements. All of the above is done without reducing the graphic quality or touching the rendering pipeline of the game. This means that the graphics of the game haven't changed and still remains amazing, but players on PC that were GPU bound won't see any improvement unless they reduce the graphics settings. Okay, there we go. So that's pretty interesting, I do like that. They've improved the CPU workload in FPS heavy situations and chaotic fights. The game should now be able to stream certain big areas faster, and the game should use much less memory. Very, very good, I like that. Apparently this has worked really well for consoles as well. So that is something that people have been asking for a long time. Hopefully that's it, and it's doing its job, but time will tell. And next, we have farmland improvements. The farmlands has had a little bit of a retouch. With the New Dawn update, there has been 12 new control points, and we've taken a stab at 3 of them to offer a more varied experience and expand on the narrative a bit. The Floater control point, the Brannigan dirt track control point, and the Overby control point. So these things have had a little bit of a rework, which we will look over in a later video. Obviously a lot of people, control points, not a fan. But it's good. All they've done here is rework some control points that were already out there, and they haven't added any more. And finally, we have something here which is very, very interesting. Have you been to the places with the apples? Beneath a growing tree, the apples are placed. But can you see their beauty? It is time to feel. See, now there has been an apple clan for quite some time that have been killing civilians or resistance fighters throughout the world. So, this could potentially be something that we come across. There's maybe an underground group or something along those lines. But I'm definitely going to head over to the Apple areas and check them out and see if there's anything new and funky around them. Hopefully there is. I know exactly where this location is, so that will be the first one that I go to. If anybody has seen anything strange with the Apple clans, let me know in the comments. So, that is it for now. There are a whole host of bug fixes, so if you do want to see those and have a little bit of a look through them, then I will pin in the comments, not in the comments, sorry, in the description, their Steam page, so you can go check out that if you'd like to. For now, though, we are going to wrap that one up there. Hopefully you've enjoyed, hopefully it's helped, and hopefully you've had some insight into what the Dangerous Experiments update is. If you are a fan of Generation Zero, and more importantly, survival games in general, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and fondle that notification bell. I'd very much appreciate it. For now, I've been Wired, you've been awesome, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.